everyone, welcome to the Fluuid podcast. Today I am joined by Merl, who is a content creator from the UK. If you want to tell us a bit about yourself, Merl.
I'm Merl. I'm from Newcastle, England, and I've been streaming and making content for about 3 years now. 3 years coming up to about November. Started on YouTube, and now I'm a full-time streamer, more than YouTube side nowadays. And I play a range of games, and yeah, pretty much me.
Fab. So how did you start out on like the content creation? I know you said you started on YouTube. Like, how was that journey for you? How did you do that?
So pretty much I after finishing school, which was high school, so like 13 to I think it's 16 here in the UK, I went to college, finished college. I did like a games dev course. So I was hoping to, be making games, but then at the end of it, I was like, actually, I don't really want to be doing this because I realized it's a very, very hard industry to get into. So I sort of realized that after leaving, I passed it all. But then after college, I was like, crap, what do I do? And I got myself a little job, but that job ended. And then I went, right, I need to like do something. And I went, you know what? I want to give like YouTube a try because it's like, I think deep down in everyone's minds, it's always like a dream job. And so I gave it a good shot, and I started out doing Fortnite. So Fortnite at the time, I want to say like 2018, I think I got into it. It was popping, right? It was like the main game, everyone knows that. But pretty much I got into it, and I was doing like the Fortnite news. So like every day there was something fresh. There was like leaks coming out, massive things. Like I think people who even people who don't know anything about Fortnite, like the massive rocket event, this, that, the other. Like I think everyone's heard of something big in Fortnite. They're mad. But yeah, I started doing that, and I did daily news, and it was great. And I took off, I think, within about 9 months to about pushing 100,000 subscribers, and it was wild. I was like, what? Because it's like a dream, right? You get the plaque, and it's like, when I was a kid, I'd dream about that, and it took off so fast. But then Fortnite, I sort of like started going away from the Fortnite news. I still do it, just not as much. But the reason I strayed away from it, I think in about maybe like middle of 2019, was the reason it was sort of like quieting down a little bit. So like there wasn't as much stuff to talk about. The game was getting on. They still do, like the other day they collab with Ferrari. Like, it's wild. They're still doing big things, don't get me wrong. It's just there wasn't enough to do daily videos. And since it was my job and this is what I was doing, I was making good money, this, that, the other, and it was like, well, things are going down. I sort of got to pick it up, and I went, I want to try out streaming, because I used to do it on and off on YouTube. But YouTube's not very good with streaming, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people that do it, but I feel like Twitch just do it better. I feel like Twitch just smash it. So yeah, and then pretty much that's how I started out, and then end of 2019 started streaming, and it's been a pretty much daily thing since then. But I've recently started taking a couple of days off. But yeah, full-time streaming since end of 2019, I believe. Yeah.
So what did you like, how did you find the transition from like YouTube to Twitch?
Well, I mean, I think if anyone's ever gave Twitch streaming a shot, you'll know it's hard. It really is, especially if you're starting out on Twitch. It's tricky to get your first 5 viewers. But I think because I had that YouTube basis, thinking logically, it in a way should have been a bit more of a start. But at the start, it was maybe like 30, 40 viewers. And obviously I think at the time it was maybe like 15,000 views a video, but it is tricky to bring people over to Twitch. But yeah, it was I obviously, because I had that base on YouTube, I had the start of about 20, 30 viewers. But it was tricky, and it still is tricky to this day. You've got to stay on top on Twitch the best you can, making content from your streams, because it's like YouTube, you do the videos, right? And that's that, but there's no sort of like Twitch video system, is there really, that people can go, oh, let's watch some Twitch videos? It just doesn't make sense. You go to YouTube for that. But yeah, like Twitch obviously solely streaming, so it is tricky, but I didn't find it too tricky. Just viewer-wise started about 30, and I think nowadays it's like really good. It's like an average of like 100. I think nowadays it's very nice, man. Very lucky.
Yeah, that's really good. So I know you mentioned obviously you do a lot of Fortnite content, and I know you do a lot of Fortnite content. But what other sort of games do you like playing on Twitch or on YouTube? If you do other YouTube videos, what kind of games do you like playing at the moment?
Well, yeah, definitely heavily Fortnite. But I'd say maybe the past like 5 months, I've been really trying to put like a sort of twist on it. So, at the moment, I've been doing a lot of, as I say, without a doubt, I think I'd maybe do like I stream 5 days a week, maybe 2 to 3 days are guaranteed Fortnite. But I like to do little things like I call them silly games. So it's things like marbles and Drawy, which is a game my viewers guess what I'm drawing on screen and just type it in the Twitch chat. They don't have to download nothing because it's such a cool like engaging game. It's free. They don't have to download nothing. They just type in chat, and that's like a really really cool bit of variety. I know it's not a game, but chatting as well is like a big segment. Just literally chatting one on one with viewers. It's like a nice way. Valorant at the moment, loving a bit of Valorant. Gonna try a new game this week called Splitgate, which is in beta. I've heard a lot about that, so I'm gonna give that a shot. Looks really fun. A little bit of Warzone. It's alright, but I think for me, Fortnite's like the best battle royale to me at the minute. But I do like a bit of Warzone, and trying to think what else. I went through like a big Minecraft phase, but I've played it for like 8 years. Came back to it sometime with streams, but I think I've sort of, I don't know, outdone me Minecraft days. So I'm kind of taking a break. We've had like stream servers on Minecraft, but yeah, I don't know. Take a bit of a break from Minecraft. But yeah, stuff like that. Bit of Osu from time to time. Used to be really good at that. But yeah, at the moment, definitely heavily Fortnite, but it's something new every week, pretty much. Something always new.
Yeah, because I spotted that you did like a few IRL streams, like a couple of like, was it bike ride really streams or something, which look really funny. So that's pretty cool.
We've been messing around with them this week. Well, past few weeks. I think I've done three. I did. I think the first one I did was on a subathon. I went to Halfads and then got a McDonald's on the way home. But it was like, I was like, you know what? Let me just give it a shot. But it's like, you see these IRL big streamers doing it. I was like, let me give it a shot. It's so simple. I just get my phone. It's all through Discord as well, and like it's really cool. It's a bit of fun. You've got to have the confidence. Like even me, I've been doing this 3 years. And I'm still worried to go to the shops and that. So I normally, on the bike ride, I think I went to Subway, and then just sat and then went straight home within like half an hour because I don't know. I'm low key a bit anxious when I'm out and about on my own, especially streaming. You know, you don't want to leak stuff, this, that, the other.
Yeah.
But it's fun though, the IRL stuff. Definitely want to do it more. It's just tricky with like, at the minute I cannot drive my car, so I got a bike everywhere. Bit of a pain because not much around really, but it's fun though. Really fun, the IRL stuff.
That's awesome. I spotted it on one of your subathons because I think your subathon it was like 25 hours. 20.
Yeah, I think it was meant to be a 24, but I normally overdo it the last hour, sorry.
That's crazy. How did you like do that long? Like how did you manage to like keep up the energy and
some
sleep?
people actually don't sleep, which I rate them guys, honestly. I'm like, wow, I don't know how you do it. Like there's people that do a subathon every week.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why? Well, I know low key why, but I couldn't do it. So I normally do one maybe like on big events. Like I think we did it for like 30,000 followers. Did it when I hit partner. I've done a few, not a lot. I'm not trying to, milk people for money, this, that, the other. I like to do it for the memory more than anything. But yeah, I think I slept for like 5 hours. Got to sleep. I'm not staying up for like 24.
Even 5 hours though, that's like not a lot in 24 hours, is
True.
it?
But then when it ends, I'm straight back in
bed. Oh
yeah,
I bet you slept for about 3 days afterwards.
Pretty much, yeah, literally.
So how do you find being a full-time content creator?
For the most part, fine. It's hard. You've got to stream, right? And you've also got to be taking them streams and be making TikToks, Instagram clips, YouTube videos from time to time. And it is. It's like it really is like a full-time job. I think that's the thing. Like a lot of people forget. You know, I'm doing what, a 4-hour stream, 5 days a week on the days off. So today's my day off today on a Monday. You know, today I'm gonna be making a schedule for the week ahead, about 6 TikToks, and sounds easy, but it's gonna take up like 2 to 3 hours. But it is like it is a full-time job. But it's also easier than a full-time job, which without a doubt very lucky for. But it doesn't just come. You know, if I stopped all of a sudden and I was just like, right, let us forget about the TikToks, let's just do me streams. You know, it would go downhill because you're not bringing in new people. It's hard though, it is, but it's a lot of fun though. Very fun. Very lucky to have this. Um, but yeah, we've just been mentioning it there, but like balancing things like, you know, social lives, jobs, and that, it's hard. And as I say, this is my full-time thing, which I'm lucky on, but you've also got to find things like find the time to go out with friends and this, that, the other. Because I've had a few weeks where I've been like, crap, I haven't actually really been out with anyone this week, you know, besides like going to the shops and that. And it's like, you always have to remember that, and it's very important to keep yourself fit and healthy, this, that, the other. But it's great. Like, couldn't ask for a better job. Couldn't ask for anything better, really. You know. But it's all down to the streamer and down to you to keep it going and keep it as sustainable as it is. Otherwise, it won't be. You know.
Mm-hmm. I can imagine as well the transition, because obviously the UK has just come out of like the lockdowns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine if when you're in the lockdowns, you're a bit more focused because you can't really go out and stuff. So like now recently everything's sort of opening up, especially in the UK.
Yeah.
I imagine that's been quite like difficult for you, or.
Well, yeah, without a doubt. You know, during the lockdown, I was straight line and just focused all on streaming, this, that, the other. You know, you can't go out anywhere. You can see friends from, well, you can't really. You know what I mean? It's tricky. Um, you know, in the lockdown, I'd like drive to like the shops, this, that, the other, or get some food, but that's about all you can do in it. But yeah, you were saying that on the 19th, the like nightclubs reopened, and on Friday I went out on my like first night out with me mates, and it was mint, and it made us. I was like, oh, I've missed this. But coming back to it on Saturday, I was like, oh, I'm like a bit all over the place, because for like what 19 months I've been so focused, and having like the switch up all of a sudden, it was like, oh, right, let us get me, you know, bearings again. Right, what do I have to do? Like today I've been like lounging about, and I'm like, get going, mate. You've got stuff to do. But yeah, it was in lockdown. I did find it fine. I think a lot of people probably did struggle though, staying indoors. But I am a little bit used to it. But don't get us wrong. You know, I'm always out and about with my mates, like, you know, family, girlfriend, this, that, the other. But yeah, you do have to balance the two. And I think getting out of lockdown, I'm gonna have to think, right, okay, am I going out this week? Am I streaming this week? But what I was saying before is, when I was starting out, I used to stream daily during lockdown, every single day, like a 3-hour stream. And like, I realized, like, actually, like, I need some time. Like, this is a job, right? Like, people, you know, they work Monday to Friday, have the weekend off. I was like, right, well, you know, I need to take 1 or 2 days off. And now for me, it's Mondays and Fridays I take off. And best thing I did, I'd really realized that best thing was just stream during the week, and then Fridays I can be like, right, let us get my TikTok clips from this week. Let us make a schedule on Mondays. But yeah, taking time off definitely something I feel like maybe some streamers forget, and balancing social lives as well. But yeah, lockdown wise, I found it decent. Nothing too hard. Just getting out now, I'm a bit like, right, okay, oof, I'm a bit all over the place after a night out and that.
How do you like sort of plan your week? Like, I know you mentioned you make your schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
How do you like go about doing all that?
So every Monday I do it. So I'll make a stream schedule from the Monday to the Sunday, obviously, and then I'll send you a picture. I don't know if it'll help, but I'll send it after. But pretty much it's 5 days a week, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And I make it in Photoshop. And pretty much what I do is on the Monday I'll go, right, let's see, because obviously, as I mentioned, I'm majorly Fortnite. I'll be like, right, is there anything coming this week on Fortnite? So for this week, I know there's an update tomorrow, so there'll be some content I can make tomorrow and stream. As I was saying, I'm gonna try that new game. So I just sort of forward think it through like the week previous and be like, right, okay, what's coming next week? And during like last week, I'll just update the schedule a little bit. Every Sunday I do like a Sunday fun day, which is just me playing with viewers on Fortnite customs, this, that, the other. So that's always a guaranteed day most of the time. But yeah, I just sort of forward think it the week previous, and on the Monday I'll just double check everything, and I'll push it out probably tonight about 6 o'clock. So about 4 hours time, I'll give it out to everybody on all my socials. Just I make a like a what you call it, like a 1080p format and like a mobile format, so it works good on stories too. But yeah, as I say, this is like a full-time thing, so you do have to treat it like a job. You can't sort of lounge about. But if you're full-time, you should definitely treat it like your business in a way. Got to make it work.
Do you like schedule the same like times every week? Is it always the same times, or do you change it up? Or
For the most part, yeah, 4 p.m. UK is what I say to people. But like for example, this week our Sunday stream was 4:30. Because I collab with like a couple of other streamers on Sunday, yesterday, sorry. So yeah, that was the only change. But as I say, it's on a Monday, and I sort of like, in a way, I sort of like engrave it in my viewers' minds. Every day I'll be like, check the schedule, exclamation mark schedule in the chat, and it works, and people know where to find the schedule. I use like Twitch's integrated schedule. That's really good. But yeah, just sort of reminding people to check that, and it really does work. It really does work. I see like people come in early, bang on 4 o'clock. But that's the thing I did find this year as well. Alongside taking those 2 days off, schedules really help. Because I think like the first 6 months I used to just honestly stream whenever, and it was great. But I would always see random numbers. One stream I'd have 60, next one 22 or something, and I'm like, well, why? And it's like, because I don't have a schedule. People don't know what I'm doing. If I tweet out 5 minutes before, it doesn't really do anything. But yeah, just sort of having a schedule does really help. I've noticed, though, really helps. But yeah, 4 p.m. every day besides Monday, Friday is what I go off.
So what actually like got you into gaming from like the very start? I know you mentioned you did a dev course, so you must have been into it for a while.
Yeah.
What was like your kind of first games, or what was the thing that made you sort of really big on it?
Well, obviously, I think if we're going way back, I think my first thing was like a PS2, and I used to play like Simpsons Hit and Run and stuff like that.
Classic.
But back in them days, I wouldn't really consider like I don't even remember them days if you want the truth. But I'd say like the first games for me, in terms of like actually like really like seeing sort of like, okay, like you could make YouTube videos on this, and sort of like getting into that rather than just playing games and not doing nothing, was like Minecraft and Osu. Loved them. As I said before, I played them for about 8 years. Still, like, I've played them for 8 years, I could say. Used to be really good at Osu, which is like a rhythm game. I don't know if you know it. But I think at the time I was like number 30 in the UK.
Oh, wow.
Which was really good. And I really saw like that, and I played Minecraft so much, and I'd say those two were like my first proper games, to be fair to you. Maybe a little bit of like CSGO. That wasn't really a main thing for me. PUBG and H1Z1, used to love them. And obviously now I'd still play Battle Royales as in Fortnite. But like H1Z1 and PUBG were like the good old days of Battle Royales to me. They were really good.
Yeah. Did you like start out on PC? Because obviously a lot of those games are PC or were PC back in the day. Did you sort of primarily do PC, or do you do like console stuff as well, or?
Nah, as I said, I think game platform wise, I had a PS2 when I was maybe like 10, 12, I think. I don't know. Then I got a Wii, just a regular Wii. Then I got, I'm trying to think. After that, I think I honestly got a laptop. And that's when I really started, like, because I always say it, but like PCs, you can't go wrong. They do everything. But yeah, once I got that laptop, never owned a console again. I never got like a PS3, 4, 5, Xbox, none of them. And then yeah, I had that laptop until like I want to say like 2015, and then I was very lucky. My parents got us like I think it was like a £400 PC, And that's when I started playing things like PUBG, Minecraft, also properly. I did play Minecraft on the laptop, but um, and yeah, that was that. And then I think I made like a couple of random YouTube videos, and then from then I honestly, in a weird way, there probably is still parts in this computer that probably are still for like the fans. I don't know, but you know what I mean. You sort of upgrade
Yeah.
your PC, and it's obviously completely different, but it's like it's all been from this, and you just yeah. But I built it myself and stuff
Oh.
like that. But yeah, it's just been like an upgrade, but always pretty much been PC.
So what other platforms do you sort of use? I know you mentioned you use TikTok. How do you go about like doing those and filming those?
Uh, yeah, so for the most part, as I was mentioning, from the week previous or like the week of streams, so like it's a Monday now, I've like through the week, actually what I'll do is on a Monday, I'll go on my Twitch clips from like and sorted by just 7 days, and I'll just download the ones I think are good, and I'll also in my own Discord, I've got like a little clips channel, so a lot of the time, I'm just me. I don't know what's funny or what's interesting or what's like it could be content. So I always say to my viewers, like, if you've seen anything you think, oh, Merl could make a TikTok out of this, let us know because
Yeah.
like I don't really know. So what I'll do is like today I'll collect them all up. So I think I've got like 6 videos saved. I do them on Sunday. So like last night I'll just save them, and today I'll just go into Sony Vegas, um, do mobile format, and I'll just edit them up. Really, you can also use things like Streamladder. That's a good website. I know a lot of people do that. Doesn't require nothing. You just load it up. Um, so that's that one. And yeah, I'll render them all out. So I'll have 6 video format TikToks, and I'll put them on Google Drive. Put them on my phone. Well, Google Drive on my phone. Just upload them to TikTok really, and schedule. Just put them in the drafts. And every day before stream, about an hour before I go live, I'll just go, right, I'll post this one, For example, if I'm doing like a Fortnite day tomorrow, I'll try and maybe find like maybe like a Fortnite related one or something. I think, right, this might maybe bring people over a day. It's a big stream. Let's try and make it a big TikTok, you know what I mean? But that's that. But yeah, I think like for streamers as well, I think the number one thing a lot of streamers sort of like forget about, and they're like, I'm not grown. Why? Is like they're not making content. Like, and I know it's such a recurring like phrase, and they're like, oh, I know, but you don't need to, but you really do. It's no one's finding you on Twitch at 0 viewers or like 1 viewer. Unfortunately, I wish that was different. I wish Twitch would sort of push like on the recommended.
Mm-hmm.
I always see like 14 viewers being recommended, like 6 viewers, but it's never like below that, is it? So to get to get yourself out there a bit, you've got to whether that's making, doesn't even have to be from your streams. You can make skits, trends on TikTok. There's loads, and like if you see like there's loads of trends. You could be like, right, someone's doing something about food, but I'm seeing loads of people use this TikTok sound. You'd be like, right, okay, how can I put a twist on it related with streaming or related with my stream to bring people over? And if you smash that, you could have a pop off TikTok. People come over and be like, like the TikTok and might watch for a bit. They might go, they might stay, but that's just the thing with TikTok. It's such a, as we said at the start, it's one of those platforms, in it. It's like the potential's mad. You could have millions of views off of such a low sort of effort bit of content. People make, the thing I've noticed though is, I've had a lot of success on YouTube, but YouTube wise, I've never actually, being completely honest, I don't think I've ever had anyone come over saying came from the YouTube video, honestly. And you spend so much more time on it, like 10-minute videos, so much edit, and it's like, where's every, why is no one coming over? And I still can't figure out why. But TikTok, with what me being able to post them daily, it's like there'll always be a guaranteed person, whether that's one or however many. Some days are wild. Just depends on the TikTok, depends on the stream you're doing. But yeah, I think streamers, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok. Defo. There's no other platform like it at the minute.
Definitely.
At all. Defo.
Do you ever make like, I know because you said you do a lot of your clips for your TikTok. Do you ever make like dedicated TikToks at all, like just to spice it up a bit, or do you tend to just stick with your clips?
Well, I definitely would say like the majority of mine nowadays are from clips from the streams. And the reason for that is I feel like it's good for showing people exactly what, you're doing. There's nothing sort of like manipulative, lying on nothing. But there will be like times I'll look at trends, as I say, I'll think, right, this sounds really trendy at the minute. How can I put a streaming related twist on it, and stuff like that. A lot of the time as well, one of like my sort of main things is like my Twitch channel points, which is like a points. I think you'll know, but it's like a point system that people, as they watch, they gain points, just by watching, just by chatting, and they can spend them points on like whatever they want. And a lot of streamers don't even really use it. But the thing with what I've done with my streams is I've made them such like a interactive part. I think I have like 50 channel points, so you could see that light there. If you're the first person, you can change that. You can change these lights whenever you want. I've added one at the minute, which was crazy. Power cut, so you can turn all the lights off for 60 seconds with Lumia Stream. And that is that I made a TikTok on that, and the amount of people that came over was wild because everyone's like, "Oh, let me come and do this." So that brought over, I think, like 200 followers on that one day, which was crazy, absolutely wild. But yeah, sometimes like that, they're like dedicated TikToks, and I'll be like, right, I know these will probably bring people over, but sometimes it's less than what you expect. Sometimes it's more like the power cut thing. But channel points as well, I'm always thinking, like, okay, how can I make a really, really unique one? And like the power cut's so unique as well, and that's why it brings people over. I love the channel points. I always try and make channel TikToks on the channel points, and stuff like that. You gotta have like a sort of unique aspect to your streams as well. It is hard though. I know people always say it. They're like, oh, you've got to stand out. You've got to be different, but you don't really. You've just got to sort of, I don't know, do something a tad different. I've always found, I don't know. It's like channel points is sort of where I stand out for the most part. Everything else, I don't know. I'm pretty normal, I suppose.
No, yeah, the channel points is a really good thing because I saw that TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Because it did really well as well, didn't it? I think that TikTok.
Oh, definitely, man.
So yeah, what other like channel point stuff do you have then apart from like your lights and stuff? What other ones you have?
So some of like the popular ones that I always see people sort of like either come over for, or some of the ones that I've made TikToks on that have really, really done well. So there's things like you can switch the camera between this one and if it works, that one behind. So that viewers can switch between the two, which is really cool. You can also do like camera filters. So like, Snapchat, you can do like a Hulk filter, turn me green. There's just little silly ones like that. And like if you make TikToks on it, people will be like, oh, let me come over and mess with this guy. And some will come over just to mess on and then leave, but some will come over and be like, actually, this guy's putting in good effort. I'm gonna hang around for a little bit. And I've had that a lot, and now they're like daily viewers, which is really really, really good. There's loads. TTS, text to speech, pretty common.
Yeah.
The power cut, as I say. You can time out like a viewer now, so like, but it's all automatic. Most streamers have got that, but they have to then get a mod to type the command and ban a viewer. But ours is automatic, so it's really like hands off. So I can keep the stream going with like no worries. I'll wear like a balaclava. So my logo is like a balaclava, if you've noticed. So I bought one, and I was like, right, okay, I'll turn into the logo as what I've got the channel point as. But yeah, there's things like that. There's other little things like sound effects. So what that is for like the OG viewers who are like always there grinding the channel points for like 125,000. I've got it at right now. It'll play a sound when they type hi. So when I'm gaming, I don't have to look at the chat, and I hear them, and I'll be like, oh, hi, So that's like a cool one. There's things like you can get like some Fortnite V-Bucks as well, stuff like that.
Right.
But I'd imagine there is probably maybe a few people grinding that, and like that could bump up viewer numbers as well if you've got something like that. You know, I always
Yeah.
try and stay away from like giveaways and things as
Mm.
well. But not in a mean way, just because I feel like it always brings fake numbers. Once it's over, they go, and it's just sort of like hurts a bit. I don't know, you know,
Yeah.
you don't seeing people come in, use you, and then go. It's like, nah,
Mhm.
not for me. So from
Mhm.
time to time, I will, but I always stay away from the giveaway stuff. Just to keep numbers real, I guess.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you sound like I know because I've been in a few of your streams already, but you're very like community based and
Oh,
community
defo,
driven,
yeah.
which is really cool. Because your community seem really supportive as well, which is really nice.
It's really good at the minute. Especially like the past year, it's every day. I think with things like the schedule, knowing when I'm live, it's like the same faces every day, and it's really really good. Like I couldn't ask for a better community at all. You know, there's a lot of communities that are just sort of there for a reason, like money, as I say, giveaways, or you know, to, to I don't know, like for example, I'm trying to think of things, but you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
people come for a reason, then they'll go, and you'll never see
Mhm.
them again. Um, but yeah, it's really good, and like with the variety stuff, it's been hard. I've
Yeah.
seen numbers drop, but I've sort of like pushed the idea, like if you guys are here, you know, loving it, like no matter what game we're playing, like you know, I'm here, I'm chatting with you, chatting with streams as well. Like the chat is such a key thing. A lot of streamers are hard at it, and it is hard. Don't get me wrong, but it takes practice. But balancing gaming or whatever you're doing with the chat is so key, and just like treating them like friends. So
Yeah.
many people just are like treat them like numbers. Like it's
Mm.
not, man. They're real people.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like that's that. But especially at the minute, we had a mad stream yesterday. The chat gets fast and it's hard. That's the thing I'm noticing at the minute. Um, if it's a great stream, it's really really hard. Like
Mhm.
to just go, like I'm missing messages, and I'm like, oh, I feel so bad. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's like it's not my fault. I'm not like a robot or nothing. It's just it's tricky.
Mhm.
And I always try and say like even if like you know things took off, I'd still try my best, and I do. But I hate missing messages. I hate
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
because
Like
it's like
as well,
oh
like I imagine if you're talking about something from like say if someone's asked a question and you're talking about it, but you go really in depth in it and you've just not paid
yeah,
attention to chat for like literally like
exact
2
all the time.
minutes. It's
I do
like,
that all the
oh,
time.
I feel so bad. Like put it again in chat. I didn't mean to miss it type
I
thing.
know.
But and
It's
I'm
hard
really
though.
bad as well because I get distracted really easily. So if I accidentally see a comment, I'll be talking about something, but then I'll see it and then talk about that, and then you're like,
Oh,
oh, like you get a bit
I think
scrambled, don't you?
all do that from time to time. We'll be mid conversation, look at it, and then get back to the game, and then after I'll be like, oh crap, I missed this.
Yeah.
I literally looked at it, and they see that though. That's the
Yeah,
thing. Viewers
yeah.
see that, and they're like, you just ignored me. All right then. I don't know. I just hope no one like gets put off by that.
So that's the end of the Fluid podcast. Thank you, Merl, for obviously joining us and things
You're very
today.
welcome.
Where can everybody find you?
Pretty much just at Merl, Merl on all socials besides Instagram, which is just Merl Twitch on Instagram. But yeah, just Merl on everything, pretty much.
Perfect. Make sure everyone you go and check out Merl. You've been a pleasure to speak to today, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.